Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watcher for REALMS video. In today's video, I'm going to show you my SSS team that I used for the Lord of the Styx. Now, this is a pretty fun team, and I'm kind of using, I don't have all of these, top 3 popular ones. However, I do have one of them, right? So having Helga for the sake of this team makes this boss so much easier because she brings those millions of multi-hits in order to take down that boss's shield, right? So you can see I don't have, 10 out of the top ones that are shown as suggestions, but I do have some other really quirky one, and I do have a strong damage dealer alongside Silas that allows me to beat this boss. So pretty much this is the team that I'm using. Let me just get that person back in. So it is Valdoran, which is kind of like, he is the key damage dealer in here. However, you don't necessarily need to have Valdoran. You just need whoever's your next strongest damage dealer. May them be a platform hero, may they be a ground unit. If you're bringing somebody else that's stronger as a platform one, you might drop Lucius, for example, but because of the way that I have it, everybody's covered in this team by Dolores. So let me just show you the team, let me show you the placements, and pretty much show you the insanity that is honestly Valdoran. Like, I'm more and more surprised by him, right? It's kind of like I've been using Valdoran more in PvE, even though I'm not used to it, right? I haven't had Valdoran in the past, so he's kind of new for me. But ever since I had my collab with Fastidious, he suggested, right, and he kind of made me aware of the fact that, Valdoran is actually a monster, right? The damage that he brings is just insane. Doesn't matter the area, right? He's not just the king of arena, he's also the king of damage. Doesn't matter if you don't have any other lore bonuses, he's just gonna be insane for most PvE. I even brought him like in my Titanic Ruins teams, I even brought him in my Drake's Chasm team, and he still outperforms most of the people. Maybe just, he's kind of like a little bit on par or sometimes a little bit better than someone like a Twyla. So he is definitely a monster. You're gonna see at the end the damage that he does just by bringing the Lord bonus himself is just insane. But again, this is not necessarily only about Valdoran. Like I mentioned, yes, he's gonna be my top damage dealer in this fight, but it's really important to keep in mind what's the key for beating this fight. Well, the key is having those multi-hitters. So people like Helga's really good. People like Ivar, right? If you do have Ivar's gonna be really amazing for the sake of this fight. If you have even Calypso, I think that now that they reworked her, I just don't have her built yet, but even Calypso, now that she is reworked, I have a really strong feeling that she's gonna be doing amazing in this. Obviously Setrum, if you have for those multi-hits, is gonna be amazing. So obviously that's what you're gonna bring, right? You're gonna bring to this fight all the people that bring you all the key components, not just the raw damage, but also bringing you those multi-hits. Because you see, that's the problem. You want to take that shield down. If you don't take that shield down fast enough, you're gonna die, and pretty much the next one's gonna be, for example, problematic if you don't take it down in time, right? But honestly, the funny thing about Valdoran in this team as well is the fact that, he also brings that little bit of survivability from his passive. You see, I still took it down, and there we go. So because I kind of took this one down already, kind of shows you don't necessarily need to have Valdoran as a damage dealer. I'm obviously gonna do above and beyond the damage that's kind of required for this fight because of the power of his damage. However, you saw that as long as I took the shields down, right, the shield down from the boss, I can still do my fights. You saw now it became a problem, but the funny thing is, at the end, Valdoran's like, what? I got it. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna fight this boss on my own, right? So obviously his damage is gonna be a little bit higher than everybody else's damage because, again, he survives more. He just goes, he goes through this fight all the way because he just gets those stacks that keep him alive. Right now, I guess he didn't have that stack that just did it, but you know what, this is more than what you need for SSS, right? I even got a new record. Normally what you need for the SSS is 187 or like 1,870,000. You're gonna see, obviously, like I mentioned, Valdoran's gonna be at the top because he's a monster. I don't have him awaken anything, but the one that surprised me, honestly, damage wise, considering I don't have him fully skilled up in this fight, is Lucius, right? I actually used Lucius as one of my damage dealers, and you saw that what Lucius did is he just basic attacked. I did not use his ultimate at all. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually better without using the ultimate for the sake of doing damage. His ultimate is really important when you need to remove buffs in places like Titanic Ruins, or like if it is, if we're talking about the faction trials on the stages 13 or higher, when, you know, those minions place buffs on those other, you know, minions that made them go through. So Lucius was kind of surprising for me. Obviously, you're gonna see Twilight didn't do as much damage. That's because, well, she's in there mostly to bring us a lot of those multi-hits. That's why she didn't do as much damage. Plus, I had Valdoran boosted by her. So, you know what? I kind of expected Twilight to do a bit better, but she brings me what I need. She's also one of the ones that brings a ton of hits. Keep that in mind. When you proc her ultimate, she does a million hits. So, let's just have a look at the builds that I have on these people, right? Because obviously builds are gonna matter a little bit. So first of all, Valdoran running an Infernal Roar in Warlord. I think he has my best set on my account. 22,000 attack, 466 attack speed, 109 crit rate, 309 crit damage. He is fully skilled up. He has no awakenings though, and then he has just one level of his exclusive artifact, which we got from the previous event, right? That's what he has. Then if you look at Dolores, she's obviously going to be Invigoration plus Calamity, as much attack as possible. That's all you care about Dolores, as much attack as possible, so she can put with that inspiration, so she can give everybody else more attack. So you're going to see almost 12,451, almost 12,500 attack, fully skilled up, fully awakened, and then she's running the Golden Scarab. Then the next one, Lucius, in this fight, he's running my Ardea build, so again, Infernal Roar plus Warlord. His total stats are going to be 13,000 attack, 332 attack speed, 95% crit rate, 337 crit damage. Like I mentioned, he's not fully skilled up. I just used dust on him, that's it. No skill crystals, just dust, and he still does insane, right? He still does amazing damage. No awakenings, and an artifact, he's running a Spirit Typhon. Then we have Silas, which was again second best damage dealer. He was running Infernal Roar plus Annihilating Might. 14,000 attack, 251 attack speed, 97.5 crit rate, 349 crit damage. He is fully skilled up, he has no awakenings, and then he's running a Blight Color's Claw. Obviously, if you had a higher level Spirit Siphon to put on him as well, that would be better than this. But because I have this one, right, I think it's a tier 3 Spirit Siphon does better than this one, but you know what, this is what worked, so this is what I used on him. The next one, Twyla, she's going to be running a Soulbound Arcana plus a Calamity. Her total stats, almost 20,000 attack, 258 attack speed, 100% crit rate, 347 crit damage. She is fully skilled up. She has Awaken 1, right? I did manage to get her the extra Awakening, right? Because I pulled 2 copies when I summoned for her, and then for Artifact, she runs the Scarlet Hunt because she does put bleed herself. Now, the reason why Twilight is so good is because the range blade does damage 12 times, right? So it's insane, right? Each basic attack has a chance to trigger it, and also trigger chance goes up by 5% upon the ultimate being cast. So she does a lot of these hits, which means she's gonna help a ton to take out that shield. Also, when she procs her ultimate, she does an extra 6 instances of damage. That's gonna be, you know, instead of doing 12, she does 18 with this, right? So when granting the range blade an extra 6 instances of damage, so during those 20 seconds, instead of doing 12 hits, she does 18, which is just obscene, right? Obscene number of hits. And then Helga, I actually have her in my Titanic Ruin builds, right? Not specifically full-on damage. You saw she's not the best damage dealer. What she does bring, though, is a lot of hits. Her total stats are going to be 16,000 attack, 528 attack speed, right? You're going to see 0.8 second attack interval, 99.5 crit rate, and 229 crit damage. Crit damage is a bit low. If I could try and make this a bit higher, I'll do it, but for now, it works. She's not fully skilled up, right? Just a few skill ups that I got with Dust again. She has no awakenings, and she does have her exclusive artifact, which increases her single target damage, and then when she activates her ultimate, restores more rage. However, you saw that she got back to her ultimate fast enough that you did not really require her exclusive artifact, right? You don't need Helga's exclusive artifact. You don't need her to be in a Cataclysm set. This one just worked because, well, I have her, look at this piece. I have her exclusive piece of gear, which again, it gives her a bit more attack speed, increases the damage of the Quill Storms, right? But she did not do the most damage, right? Her goal in this team is not to do damage. Her goal is to have as much attack speed as possible, so she hits the boss when you proc that ultimate as much as possible so that you can take that one down, right? Taking the shield down is the number one goal for Helga, and again, kind of like for my Twilight as well. But that pretty much is the team. Now, again, I'm quite sure you can work this without Valderon, just bringing somebody else that might help in this fight. Like, obviously, if you had an Ivar would be insane. Then, pretty much, I think even Calypso, right? Even Calypso, because they will rework her damage should be better. Plus, whenever she does, whenever she casts her ultimate, she keeps getting those seal stones. So that means they're gonna be, every time she does a hit, it's 5 hits. So if you didn't have a Valderon, you'd bring her in the team, you'd put her with as much attack speed as possible, and then she would help you take down those later shields, right, to allow Twyla, to allow Silas and Lucius to do more damage. So that's gonna work. I just didn't have her fully built yet. Maybe if I manage to build her by the end of, before the Styx boss resets, I can come back and show another team without Valderon, because I get it, right? Valderon's maybe not the most relatable for people, but again, you don't necessarily need them. There's tons of other options you can use in here, like it suggests Setchon's really good, Ivar's really good, Sun Wukong's gonna be amazing if you have him, Praetus can be amazing, Lady Alexandra, right? There's tons of other options that you can use, even Yuri. So, you don't need Valderon, just obviously I have them, I use them, and because why not? But anyway, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if you did enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother